Hello. Mhm. Crystalline here. I'm eating for dessert, I'm eating a sweet potato with butter. Mm. Okay, so this is a check-in for my hashtag 2020 quarantine 40 and day 13. That's where I am. Day 13. And the key word for today is dissatisfaction. I love sweet potatoes, but that is not a dessert food. And because my fast, okay, this is day 14 of a 40-day fast from things that I love, but that I abuse. I abuse sugar. I love and abuse sugar. I love and abuse salt, but that's okay. It's not so abusive, my relationship with salt. But sugar, meat, Netflix. Those are my three vices. Compulsive television watching, so I'm watching no television. And no meat, no sugar, 40 days. And I'm doing it. I am doing it. By golly, I am doing it. And it may not sound like a big deal to you, but if you are somebody who has a a compulsion, a very, very strong compulsion that borders on like obsession and addiction to television or just watching, keeping your eyes on the screen, or, eating is an issue for you, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And those things are issues for me. And I'm confronting them. And I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of joking around, being a little tongue in cheek, like, oh, I'm suffering because I can't have any sugar. But and I'm not having I'm not having any satisfaction. Okay. But here's the deal. I'm so much more clear. I'm so much more happy. I feel so much more connected to source energy. I've been waking up in the morning. First thing I do, I roll out of bed, I stand up, I do yoga. And I normally wake up, sit up, and meditate. That's my normal thing. But I dislike yoga so much that I have a tendency, like if I wait, then I think about it and I have to fight myself to get it done. And so I said, well, rather than fighting myself to get it done, why not just roll out of bed and into, mountain pose? Or what is it when you stand up? Tadasana, the one where you stand up really straight and you put your shoulders down and your hands. Tadasana, right? So you roll into that and it feels actually good. I mean, the last 2 days, my yoga practice has extended. It started off at 5 minutes, okay? That was all I could handle. So I did alternating Tadasana, like Tadasana, arms down, Tadasana, arms up, Tadasana, arms down, Tadasana, arms up. And I'm like, I'm done. That's my yoga for the day. Okay. But then it started inching up and I'm making my way through the Iyengar practice, the basic sequence. And yesterday I'm like, I'm gonna just sit here because this is actually kind of comfortable. So I sat in those more complex poses and I'm like, I'm comfortable. I'm not getting out of this pose. And then today I did the sequence and I'm like, I'm gonna sit here and do my yoga for a whole 25 minutes. And so I stayed in my yoga for 25 minutes. And then I sat and did my silent mind meditation for 20 minutes. It felt good. It felt good, My mind is calmer. I'm not saying that life is easier, but I have a much more rational, logical approach. This is what it is. My emotions are not driving me batshit crazy. I my emotions are settled. Don't get me wrong. When my emotions rise, I'm dealing with them. I'm doing a lot of talking to myself, like I'm doing right now, just talking. But it helps a lot because I calm myself down when I talk. When I talk it out, I put stuff in perspective and I listen. When I talk it out, there's a part of me that's listening and receiving. So yeah, I'm talking it out. It feels good. My head is so much clearer. I'm so much more patient. I am so much more clear. So there you go. Today was hard though, man. Number one, it's Saturday. Number two, I'm quarantined. I'm like in the house all the time. I gave my car back to the to Hertz because I'd been renting that car for $750 a month. It wasn't even 750, it was more than that because it was like $3,200 by the time I turned it in. So I gave the car back, which, I used that to go to the grocery store. So I didn't need to pay $750 to have a car to go to the grocery store. But I don't have that option, and then I could also drive to a further park and do a nice walk with Apollo. So now I can't do that. And I walk out of the house and it's either walk to the left or walk to the right. And then when I get to the end of the block, do I go left or right? Like, it's really boring. It's so boring. And I'm trying to really excite myself about it. But the fact is, I have to do this walk twice a day so I can get my dog some exercise and also give myself some exercise. But the dog, most importantly, because I can do a workout, like a video or something. I can do something on YouTube, but I can't, he can't. So I spend my days training the dog. He's got some nice tricks that he knows now. He's really getting good with his tricks. That's kind of fun, actually. I like that too. Yeah. So also I'm taking better care of myself, but I feel the urge to take care of myself because I've got this kind of love affair that I'm having with God. I'm like, my meditations, and at night I get on my hands and knees and pray like old school, like I did when I was a kid. That feels so good. Oh my God, I'm like becoming a Christian again, which is cracking me up because I'm like, if I'm going to relate to any religion, I'm going to relate either to Hinduism or to Buddhism, to Buddhism. I'm going to relate to Buddhism because those are my kind of thing. But not recently. I'm kind of like, God, I love you, God. And I feel like I'm the prodigal daughter. Like I've been away, being all naughty and shit, like hanging out with the Buddhists and the Hindus. Ooh, getting my groove on. Traveling the world, lighting incense and rubbing rice on an idol. Ooh. Don't go getting all freaked out. I still rub my rice on my idol, on my shiny idol. And I pray to God. I do all of it because I do whatever I feel like doing. Because I'm an Aquarius, all right? Like Benito says, like we should just Reiki this. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's where I is right now. Um, am I having a come to Jesus moment? Not really. It's not really a come to Jesus moment. It's more of a I feel good, and the thing that's rising in me is Jesus and God, but even more than Jesus, which is weird for me because I'm really a Jesus fan. Jesus comes with me to India. You know, I take Jesus into Hinduism. I take Jesus into Buddhism. I don't care. Like, I'm going to do it my way because it feels good. But I have to say that when I'm on my hands and knees praying at the end of the day, I can feel God like wrapping these arms or this energy. It's not arms, it's just like a blanket of light and energy, and it feels really, really good. Hands and knees, like on the edge of my bed like this, like I did back in like 1972, 73. It was great, man. Um, I think that's it. That's all I really have to say about my quarantine and what's happening. Lots of clarity, man. Lots of clarity. Let me tell you something. If you're feeling stuck energetically, do a fast. 40 days or at least 14. We don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Today I almost ate some meat. That was the whole thing. So I don't have a car. The grocery store is only about a mile and a half away. The problem is not getting there or getting back. The problem is getting back with the groceries and the dog. Because I thought, okay, well, I can go there, walk there. It's only a mile and a half. I have no problem with walking. I love walking. But the problem is, if I take an Uber back with my groceries, then the dog, I have to put the dog in the car, and I don't like putting my dog in a taxi because he's going to leave some hair, and then the next person's going to get in there and they're going to have some hair like on them. I just can't even deal with that. And I know it's also Uber pool and like it's too much. So I've been resistant to doing Uber. Um, and the key would be for me to just walk myself over there and, get the groceries and then come back, or take an Uber there and take it back. But I don't know. I'm working through my resistance. My thing is, I want to walk with a polo. This is what I want. I want to walk to Albertsons with a polo, and I want to go in the grocery store, leave a polo tied outside, and then come out of the grocery store, put my bags into an Uber, and then send that Uber to the house for them to drop my stuff off in the front of the house. That would be ideal for me. Boom, I would do that. The reason I haven't done it is because it's been raining, and the thought of him having to unload my groceries in the rain, or the Uber driver too, unload my groceries in the rain and leave my stuff out in the rain, ain't gonna happen. Rain is over. The ground is dry. I'm good. Tomorrow I'm gonna go get me some groceries on Easter Sunday. I'm gonna make myself lamb because that's what we have on Easter. Just kidding, because I'm fasting, so I cannot have meat. But I'm gonna make myself a nice Easter dinner. My aunt invited me over for Easter dinner knowing I didn't have a car, knowing that I don't have a car. She's so sweet. She's like, I just couldn't bear to not invite you. So look, we're having dinner. We wish you were here, but like, yeah, you out of luck because you live out in the middle of nowhere. Like, all right. That's okay. All right, I'm signing off. And yeah, I got only another, let's see, what's 40 minus 14? 26. Hey, 26 more days. And then I'm gonna do what? Go back to eating meat and watching Netflix? Fuck no. There's no way. I'm gonna eat some meat because I like meat, and I haven't reached that point where I feel like hey, I'm better off without meat. I haven't had that experience, but I have had the experience of I am way better without Netflix, like way better. I like this. I like whatever is happening when that television is off, and I'm like, at night, instead of having the television on, there's music on. I'm happy. I will not go back to that. And I will not go back to the sugar either, because you know what? I've not been eating sugar. I've been eating sweet potatoes and apples. Still though, better, much better. All right. Okay, signing off. Thanks for listening. All right. Bye for now.